Hello, this is Alechius, and welcome back to another episode of Warship Gunner 2 as Steel Fleet. Arctic. Zulu 690 Infernal Machine. Arctic Ocean. Captain, I've confirmed an enormous signature in the glaciers. The superweapon sub is stopped in the vicinity. Is that a ship? The model is beyond anything in this world's shipbuilding technology. Captain, I see someone on the deck of the superweapon sub. So you have followed me after all. The game's up, Weissenberger. The time has come for you to atone for the people you have sacrificed in your ambition. What an awfully sentimental thing to hear from the heroes of the Freedom Fleet. Those sacrifices were but a trifle in the face of a cause as great as building the ultimate world. Ultimate world? That's right, a world with one absolute ruler. There would be no self-interest or strife, no need for anguish or mourning. Don't you agree that would be mankind's ideal home? I seek to free all humanity from the bonds of this world's faulty structure. Peace and equality will never come about if you use force to change the world. All you'll be left with are death, ruin, despair, and resentfulness. That's the very sentimental drivel I'm talking about. You can't change the world unless you shoulder the ruin and the hatred. I don't know why I waste time speaking of my ideals to the likes of you. You could never understand. And now that the time has come for the uber weapon Ragnarok to awaken, you will not be able to stop me. Ragnarok? The true superweapon which has slept in this land since antiquity. It is the ultimate power that once wiped a great continent from the face of the earth and brought the great winter. This is the source of pure and infinite power. The shams you've already sunk were nothing but experiments required for its activation. Now as the uber weapon wakes and howls, you too will be wiped from this world. Oh no, the superweapon's activating. Die, foolish worms. Huh? What's happening? What's Nah. What just happened? That's impossible. The superweapon sub is gone. Gone? That's ridiculous. A black lightning orb hit the submarine. It emitted a high amount of energy. Could it be some sort of self-defense mechanism? Damn, we'll withdraw for now and return to the dock ship following behind us. Come up with a plan after we regroup. No, we won't. We're going straight in. We ain't scared. Should be, though. The uber weapon is destroying nearby glaciers and islands with its black lightning orb as it moves slowly south. If we leave that super weapon unchecked, nearby countries will be attacked indiscriminately and probably destroyed like that island. If we don't stop it while it's still in the Arctic Ocean, we'll have a terrible tragedy on our hands. There's no way we can defeat a monster like that alone. We should call the Admiral and fight with a fleet. No. Casualties would only increase while we wait for them. We're going to stop it here. Just us. Captain, that's crazy. That thing was born to devour and destroy. It's the weapon of all weapons. We can't let the world be obliterated now, at the dawn of a new age. The mistakes of mankind since the start of recorded history. That cycle of pain and sadness, and the modest happiness fostered therein. There's no way we can let it all be reduced to nothing by this thing. We can't let it take away our chance to right our wrongs and take back what is lost. That's why we have to fight, even if it means fighting the destruction God has written for us. As long as the future is still a possibility, we have to fight for it. Please, entrust your lives to me. Captain. This is the perfect chance to see the true superweapon up close. Do you think I'd let this opportunity pass? Besides, if that thing slept here once, there must be a way to make it sleep again. Let's look for that way until the very end, together. I really want to get out of here, but there's no place to run, is there, sir? Not unless we beat it. We have to destroy it at all cost. I don't want any of you to die in vain. All hands man battle stations. We set sail to destroy the Ragnarok. Are any of these new things? Which one is this? That one's... Oh yeah, we just fought something like that. Alright, missile and plasma. Oh, it's an underwater weapon. Outstanding. With damage like that. Not quite as good as the cruise missile. It's lighter weight. Reload time is 4 times longer, not that that matters. Only has 2 shots. Dispersion's higher. Range is higher. I actually don't remember whether it's a nuke or not. Now we're talking. Starting to get pretty gnarly. That'll be really expensive. Not that we couldn't afford it, we definitely could. This uber weapon is approaching. The enemy's black lightning orbs possess. We must take evasive action once they are fired. If weapons were born of human sin, then humans must be the ones to put an end to them. This is the final battle with a super weapon. All hands to battle stations. Yeah, I'd switch to the captain. Without the faces, I don't know which voice to do. Oh, there are things supporting. I'm going to assume those are the orbs, and I'm just going to leave now. Yep, those are the orbs. Nope, and immediately away again. out, turn him. Oh, they dissipated. The next salvo is gonna hurt us. We're gonna have to get lucky. Because we're gonna bump up against a wall. Turn.
Captain, do you wish to pull out?
No. There we go. Oh, Nikes. Oh, that was close. I'm not 100% certain, but I'm pretty sure those will just kill you outright. And there's the sound of them firing again.
Super weapon destroyed.
Large-scale explosions confirmed in the Uber weapon's interior. Super weapon engine seems to be self-destructing. Retreat at full speed, don't get caught in the blast. Incoming shockwave. The Uber weapon has been obliterated. Antiquity's horrific nightmare sleeps once more, this time forever, never to waken again. The Uber weapon that had tried to revive from its ancient sleep scattered as it sank to the bottom of the icy sea, where it would sleep once more. With the sinking of the Uber weapon, for whatever reason, all other super weapon engines ceased to function. Thus a war where super weapons with devastating power were set against one another, a truly nightmarish scenario, could be averted. After that, a legitimate Wilkian government signed peace treaties with the nations it had attacked, and declared anew the sovereignty of the nations that had been made into provinces of the empire. People hope for the dawn of a new age at the war's end. But the world continues to wander in the cycle of war and discord. Could Weissenberger have been right? Must mankind be united under one absolute ruler if we're to escape the karma of war? Maybe his twisted ideals had some truth to them. The temptation to yield to these thoughts seizes me from time to time. Humankind repeats its mistakes by nature. We don't mind pushing aside others to ensure our well-being and that of our loved ones. We're selfish, foolish, sad, miserable creatures. But I know someday, a time will come when we break free of the chains of war. I believe that earnestly. Until that day comes, we have to strengthen our hearts and nurture the seeds of hope within. When we fail to do that, then that's when humanity will repeat their mistakes again. Maybe next time, mistakes we can't make undone. I hope with all my heart that that day will never, ever come. That's kind of dark and bleak. This game is ultimately pretty gosh darn silly. Half a month after the battle, I left Wilkia for the journey home. The reason it took so long was because I was dealing with the various trifles after the conclusion of the war. Now my fears have deepened for what has become of my fatherland. But now that the battles are over, my home could not have changed that drastically, so I'm hoping my fears prove groundless. But what about me? What did I learn in that battle, and what will I do from now on? What can I do alone? When did I get so weak-hearted as to fear being alone? I suppose it's not a bad thing. The world is reshaped when people help others and when they are helped by others. Going forward, I shall fulfill my role in this world. Somewhere beyond the land that stretches before me, that role is waiting to be discovered. Womp, womp. Commander Ernestine Braun of the 22nd Technology Corps, German Republic Army, reporting for duty. Welcome to Wilkia, Commander Braun. I want you to set up a battle plan. Bah! Ha ha. Stop that. No laughing. I'm sorry, I couldn't hold back. It's good to have you back, Doctor. I'm sorry I've been out of touch, Captain. I'm glad to see you haven't changed. I was worried after hearing the ordeals you've been through. I was worried too that I wouldn't be able to laugh. I'm glad I chose to return. In some ways I regret it. I'm afraid I'm going to wrap you up in another mess. You mean the Ragnarok? Yes, we sent it to its watery grave. There are still many who won't let the matter drop. We've had a difficult time. Certainly the other superweapons, or their superweapon engines rather, are a part of that uber-weapon. When I first caught wind of the matter, I was very surprised. But when you really think about it, it does make the most sense. So if someone were to acquire the master body, they could make as many copies as they like. Doesn't that thinking seem too simple to you? That's the kind of thinking those creatures we call generals are apt to do. They're not necessarily wrong. What were those super weapons anyway? The fruits of war gifted to man by the god who crafted them? Or does that sound trite? Joking aside, we know without a doubt that the Ragnarok came first and other ships came into being next. Then there was a large-scale war, and all the superweapons were destroyed. Their remains cast into the depths of the earth. So far so good? We thought we would throw them into the volcanoes and destroy them. They defied our expectations and survived. Furthermore, they managed to regenerate to some extent. They're more trouble than we imagined. Our next operation will be a tough one. We're going to recontain the superweapons? Yes, they've been silenced, but we don't know when they'll come to life again. We want to act quickly, but the great powers won't stay silent. We'll be under moral and martial pressures. May be an even more difficult journey than before. It's alright. With you, Captain, anything is possible. You're proven as much so far. You've proven so much? Thank you. I'm counting on you again, sir. I'm counting on you too. %. Deplorable. Distinguished Service Mode 3. German route has been added to the survival mode. Yeah, we haven't even touched any of the other modes. And this is not the last full playthrough. As you see in the bottom right, there's a G and a W for Wilkia and Germany. We still have one more to go for a third playthrough. But with that, I'm going to call an early end to this episode and ring out a close to, I suppose, this season? I don't even know what to call it. There may be a break while I spin up a new series and possibly finish out one of the loose ends I have from previous ones, but we will be returning to Warship Gunner to play through a third time and explore those special missions and alternate modes. But with that, I'm going to call it a close here. Thank you so much for hanging in there all the way this far. Please leave a comment, let me know what you think below, and I will see you all the next time. Good grief, that dim. Take care, everyone.